It's not. We we just or we had some funny things. We ordered in some foam from our supply house, and we accidentally, well, I should say we. It wasn't us. It was them that accidentally doubled our order, and so we were supposed to order in like, I don't know, 6 sheets of foam, and we got like at least a dozen sheets of foam. And these are not like your 12. These are full sheets, 4x8 sheets of foam. No, it wasn't fabric. It was not free. We had to pay for it. They go, oh, here's your order. Now you have to pay for all of it. So unfortunately, they doubled the order, and yes, we had to pay for it. So you have a big, yeah, it was a big ding, but that's okay. We just put it in storage, and when we need it, we're going to go and get it. Okay. And so, yeah, Twisted, if you need some, definitely hit me up for it. So here's the trick. Here's the tricky thing that I'm using this for is I'm using this little 3/4 inch piece of foam here to cover up the seams that I don't want to deal with. And I'm going to make them look like it's built into the design. It's just going to be part of the design, and it will look like when it was forged, the metalsmith designed all these little pieces on it. One of the best pieces of advice that I ever got was from a guy who worked at the big company down in New Zealand, Weta Workshop. They make all the armor stuff for big movies like Lord of the Rings and all that. And I asked them one time, I said, well, how do you hide? You have to connect all this together. You have to have straps and buckles and belts. You have to have snaps to hold all your armor. And they said, don't make it look like you're trying to hide it. Make it look like it's part of the costume as much as you can. Now, you can't always do that. So that's what we're doing. We're making it look like it's part of it, and we're just hiding up the mistakes or the stuff. So, Garby, that's not legal. Well, so was it legal or not? Tobias had put in 2 orders. He thought when he put the orders in that they would be separate orders, or that they would just be the same order. He just add to them, but he sent in 2 different orders at 2 different times. So in reality, it was not their fault. They were just following the orders that we gave them. And you know, foam is fine. They're great. We love them. They do so many custom stuff for us. I wasn't worried about it. So it wasn't like it was a huge deal. Okay, so I'm putting some glue down on this stuff here. I know, Gilly, you said you had to glue some details on. We did a giveaway last week of some Cosbond, and great way to put on little detail stuff onto your armor builds or whatever you're doing. So that's fun. We'll be giving some more away in the future, but I'm just going to put some glue on here, carefully apply it. I don't know exactly what 3/4 of an inch is, but what if I have overlapping glue that's sticking out that's not part, or I shouldn't see it? I'll just use some chemical, to take it off. We'll just clean it up after the fact. Okay, so there's one side I'm going to put on here. So I'm going to put some glue on this. Yep, reinforcer. We've got, we still have some of that. That's not a problem. We got some if you need some. Stock maintenance is what they call it. To get their big game, you have to get sent a ton of crap you don't want from them, I suppose. But the nice thing is that I do have a storage unit where we keep all this stuff. So It's literally was not a huge issue. It was just more than we had anticipated for it. So we're not upset. It was just like, oh, look at this giant, huge pile of foam that we have. Fabric, yes. Do I have experience with 3D printing? Yes. And in future episodes, we can do that at any time if people so request it. Yeah, we have a couple of different techniques of finishing 3D prints. And one of my best recommendations for doing for finishing is using a resin printer. We have a resin printer and we have a PLA printer, 3D printer. And when we're doing stuff on the resin printer, it's like we just paint it. You don't even have to finish it. It's a 4K resin printer. So, yeah, we got a big one. We had, oh, wow, they were just on sale too. Anycubic just had, and if you missed it, I'm sorry. Anycubic had a sale on their big printers, and they were like 50% off for Father's Day or something. But we have a 4K Anycubic Mono X. It'll go up to a 5x7x9 inch build, which isn't, big for everything. But you can literally piece together almost anything. So the prices on those resin printers are coming down a lot, which is really great. Okay, so